Ooh, where do I even start? Hello everyone, Coach Zachariah, Silver Bullet Fitness, coming to you with another video out of not my office. So I've had quite a whirlwind week to 2 weeks now, and I want to share the story with you so maybe you can learn something from it as a personal trainer. It has been such a weird time, but the long story short is that I was blindsided at my gym by my gym being sold. So I worked at Anytime Fitness, which was a franchise, and it was sold while the owner was away because he's got a partner group of business group. And while he was away, the gym was sold, and I was ambushed by the new regional project manager who came in to offer me a $20 an hour salary or something. So strange, such a weird, surreal moment. But basically, this guy comes in, is super excited to see me, telling me he's going to give me a pay increase and that everything's going to be great. And meanwhile, I have no idea where the owner is, who I consider to be my partner. I have no idea who this person is. I have no idea what is happening. I was in the middle of training a client when this guy showed up. So he tells me hey, we see you're making $13 an hour. We're going to boost you up $10 an hour. And I'm like, whoa, stop. He's like, no, you're going to love this. We're going to give you a 2% bonus on all contract renewals and so on and so forth. And he's just and I'm like, stop, please. It's like, listen, yes, I am paid $13 an hour, but not as a trainer. That's the money I make while I work at the gym. I had an agreement with my partner which allowed me to, because he needed somebody to watch the gym or cover the gym for about 3 hours a night in an effort to not miss any potential signups. Because Anytime Fitness is a staffed style gym. It's a 24/7 self-service gym. And so there is staff, but you want to try to capitalize on new members throughout all times of the day. So like the evening shift after work. And so I would work 4 to 7 every night just to sign people up for the gym, convert them into personal training clients for myself, which was a sweet deal, and also clean up and just make sure everything is running all right. But I was paid for that. Billable hours, which was like $13 an hour, but it's because there wasn't a need to pay me anymore because I was making all my money through personal training. So they came in thinking, oh, we're going to give you a pay increase and it's going to be awesome and you're going to keep training your clients. We're not going to pay you to train your clients, not anything more than your base pay, but you're going to keep going and it's great. You're a one-man show. It's super, it's great. And that wasn't going to happen because it doesn't make sense. And I just kind of said, no, that doesn't work for me. You have to figure something out. And so he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He left. He's like, I got wrong information. He leaves. And I don't see him again until Monday. This is on a Thursday. And Monday rolls around and I'm training one of my clients and he shows up and then I go to train my next client and he goes, hey, listen, if you don't sign this agreement, you can't train your clients here. You're not on the payroll. Your contracts with them are void. And so you have to leave if you're not going to sign the agreement. And it was kind of like a punch to the gut. It took all my wind out of me. I don't know where my partner is who, didn't tell me this was going to happen. I didn't know what I was going to do, with all my clients and everything. And now you're telling me that I can't do the one thing that I love in my life, the one thing that I love, besides my family, but the one thing that I love doing, you're going to tell me I can't do that. And it really showed me how much I loved it, because when she told me I couldn't do it, it really got to me. So I left that night, and I had to go to my client and tell him, hey, I thank you so much for driving here and being ready to work out, but I can't train you. I'm not allowed to. So yeah, it was crazy. So because of that, I had to immediately decide what I was going to do and how fast I was going to do it, because in this industry, clients, not all of them, especially if you built really great rapport with them, but a lot of them, if you give them a window to leave, to stop working out, because the self-help priority goes way to the bottom. It's like money, desires, and then it keeps going. And then eventually at the bottom, it's take care of yourself physically, mentally, whatever. They'll try to find a way out. They will. So I'm thinking, okay, I got to get back up and running fast. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And so whole world is spinning. And the first thing I do is reach out to all my clients and tell them, hey, I have to cancel all sessions for the week. Here's what's happening. Which was met with a lot of, oh my God, I'm so sorry. What's going to happen to the billing? What's going to happen to the money? What's going to happen to this? What's going to happen to this? And so just fielding questions. But the main thing I'm letting them all know is that I'm going to be up and running in under a week. It does not matter. I will be up and running in at least a week or less. And so I fielded all the questions that I could. I'm also lost at the time. But in that time period, I want to tell you what I did. I went out and tried to find a studio space for me to rent, and I found a few spots that I liked. One of them I liked a lot, but it was kind of like a closet, if you will. It was genuinely tiny, but I liked it. I liked the idea of it. And I was trying to get into contact with my previous partner, like, what's going on? And he was like, hey, just hold tight. Like, I'm sorry this happened. Let me call a few people. And so I'm in, do I do this? Do I do that? Do I just go to this gym? Do I go get a day job? Which is a crazy thought. Never doubt yourself at all, which I didn't truly think it, but I have a family. Got to figure it out. So I was like, I don't know what to do. But what I did know was that I needed to immediately take over whatever's going to happen in my client's billing. So the first thing I did was start getting my own invoicing system set up, start getting my own contract set up, made sure my insurance was in line, made sure I had a lawyer on tap, like get all the things ready to go so that when I am back up and running, I can just hit the ground and go. And so I spent my time doing that, making phone calls, talking to all of the connections that I've made in such the 4 or 5 years I've been doing this, and just trying to find some avenue. And I was lucky that I had the avenue of this studio, which was provided to me, the space was provided to me. I can use this space by a wonderful trainer who's been doing his own thing for about 7 years now, and also had been at Anytime for a little bit. My partner contacted him, he contacted me, and we said, hey, let's see if this will work. And there was no guarantee it was going to work. So I still had to have all these things in the background just in case something didn't go the way I wanted it to. But he allowed me, he said, hey, I want you to come to the studio. I want you to bring your clients here. We'll worry about everything else later, but just get back in action. So, boom. Text all my clients. Hey, here's where we're going to be. Here's the situation. I can't wait to see you. Let's lock in your time. Let's lock in your time slot. Yeah, but what about this? What about that? Listen, we'll take care of that. We're going to figure that out. But for right now, we need to get you back onto your health and fitness grind because we got to make sure that you maintain and continue your performance. So that's what happened. Got with all my clients, 95% of my clients all said, you know what, doesn't matter where you go, we're going to. Which, by the grace of God or by my own character, whatever it is, by results, they decided, yeah, I'm going to come with you. And so here we are. Now in the new studio, training here, got most of my, if not all of my clients over, handling my own billing now because I was handling Anytime. I was doing Anytime billing before and it was messy. No longer dealing with their splits or any of their billing or messy nonsense. And now I'm here with my clients. And I'm still having to manage some stuff from Anytime, like, they're still getting charged by Anytime. Not just the membership, the personal training too. So I'm talking to them about canceling their memberships and trying to help them cancel their PT and talking to their banks. And I'm going to other Anytimes to talk to management so I can get corporate numbers and going the above and beyond because that's what my clients expect of me because that's how I show up. And that's what keeps them coming with me and keeps the value alive. So, this is kind of a quick little story, but I wanted to tell you about it because it's such a scary concept when all of a sudden you are just having a great day, you're training your clients, You're doing everything that you normally do, and then boom, it's just taken from you in that moment. And my character and my results got my clients to come with me, and now we're just moving on to the next chapter in this. More referrals, more networking, more outside recruiting of clients, which I'm going to share all of that with you, and continuing to be the successful trainer that I am here in Southwest Florida. So I wanted to share this story with you today. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you take something away from it, because honestly, it's weird out here being a personal trainer. I could never imagine being in a gym, being paid $20 an hour, training as many clients as the gym throws at me, but not paying me any additional for the training. That doesn't make sense. And if we're going to succeed out here as personal trainers, we got to find a different way, or we got to start making our new way that's going to stop that from happening, because too many trainers fail, and I understand why, because they're not being put first. So just want to tell you the story. I'm going to be getting back on the content stuff. I still want to help you get your first client, so expect a video on the road to your first client. Expect more content coming out as well, because now not only am I in doing my own thing, but I'm also freed up in time because I'm not covering the gym for those 3 hours a night, giving me the ability to both get all my workouts in like I normally do, and also film more content and bring you more information. Head over to the website, silverbulletfitness.me. Some resources on there, kind of vamping up and changing some things right now for remote training. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I can't wait to bring you more information in the next video.